So what's everyone drinking?
Tonight I am drinking fancy white wine,
Ooh,
provided by the in-laws.
that's
Yay!
fancy. I am drinking 4 liters, maybe more, of strawberry daiquiri. I don't know if you can see. I've drinking some already, but
It looks like tomato soup.
it's not. It's good. It's
Slushy tomato soup.
it's dollar store strawberry daiquiri mix, and then Smirnoff. What are those called? You were drinking them last time. It's like the blue,
The blue blast, the freezy blast one.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's half mix, half berry blast.
Nice. I'm drinking Summerbees watermelon, and I just had a Summerbees pear recently, so I'm on my second.
That's
Getting the
good.
party started.
Party started. All right. Speaking of parties, we start this off with a question and then a drink word, and we'll see what happens. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. What's something you like to do the old-fashioned way? And I don't know how old-fashioned we're going. But and then our drinking word is thing.
Oh gosh. Okay.
All right. So,
Who wants to go first? And Jessica?
Sure,
I'm
Jessica.
I'll be honest, I'm trying to think, and like I love technology a lot. So I'm really trying to think like what I know. Old fashioned I assume is self-interpretation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I miss HTML. Like HTML, not HTML5 or whatever other coding software. I want the HTML I used to use when I used to make my Neopets like layouts.
Like
I want that
MySpace
HTML.
layouts were, like,
Yeah, I just
slash
want
and
that
bold.
like less than sign and greater than sign, just like font. You know, like I
Yeah.
just want to be able to.
And you did like the slash, bold, slash, type in the word, and then you ended it, and then like they made
Yeah.
that word bold.
That's all
Yeah.
I want. You know, slash marquee, make it go across the thing. That's
Yeah.
that's something I.
7600 for the color.
It's not
Yeah.
something I can do now.
Because
But,
they ruined it. They made it too
ruined
hard.
So if like
Yeah.
I can still do it on Neopets sometimes, depending on like the Flash and how that works. But like I stopped doing HTML because of that. So yeah.
Coding's a bitch now. It's just it
Can't
is.
do it. I can't. I'm not smart enough.
No.
I'm a boomer in that. Like I can't. My brain can't do it.
No, boomer. I think like the only thing old fashioned I would want to bring back is like, or do is like making babies. Like, because like,
What?
you know, procreating, like that old fashioned is just like sex, right? Like, I'm not.
Yeah, I think people still do that.
Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure. I don't know about you, but I still do.
there's like artificial insemination and like
Yeah, but some people need that. Like
they do. But like that's just the only thing old fashioned I want to bring back is
bring back
I like it's the only thing I like to do the old fashioned way. That's what it is. What
Well,
do you like to do the old fashioned way? I like to procreate the old fashioned way.
The old fashioned way.
I've done it. I've done it the other ways, but the best way is the old fashioned way.
That's true.
Without the help of technology. It's the most fun.
I think for me, I like writing letters. I miss that. Like instead of emails, and I want to bring pen pals back. Honest to God.
The glitter gel pens?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It'll come back. It'll come back. Like, I mean, like radio shows and like podcasts are coming back. Vinyl's coming back. Letters are gonna come back.
It should. I don't know about you, but I love getting mail. I think that's why everyone gets Amazon all the time, is because they're like, woohoo, mail.
It's like presents.
It is Christmas every day.
Like homemade letters are they're so unique. I would love to bring those back. They're
like
just
confetti in them.
Special. Yeah, a bag of dicks in them, whatever.
Yeah. You can like mail people bags of dicks.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
And you can tell them to go eat a dick or eat a bag of dicks.
I'd eat a bag of dicks.
That's the thing is like, but like, it's almost like a reward. Like, I don't want to like.
It's like a reward.
I know. I don't want to reward my enemies like that. That's counterproductive.
So just give dicks to your friends.
Eating those dicks might give them like extra dick power. You know, like
dick power.
Like they
like
become like a super dick. You know,
like they're a fucking Care Bear. Like
yeah, yeah, and it's just
no, they're Mario, and they just go boop, 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 boop.
They grow into a bigger dick. Yes, that's exactly it.
There's no more dicks for you.
Yeah, no more. But if you guys want to send me a bag of dicks, I'm all for it. I prefer gummy.
Okay, this is another thing because I know, like you read and everything.
Yeah,
I love books, like hardcover books in my hand that I can smell the print and the paper off of, and like doggy ear because yes, I am one of those. I doggy ear.
No,
my books. I don't doggy ear other people's books, but my books, I'm doggy earing. I don't care if they're my.
How's your binds on your books then? Are they like pretty bad? Like, do you like?
Mine are. Mine
you
look
can
like
tell which ones I read
ladies.
more. Like, you know, you can tell which ones I read the most.
With my paperbacks, I'm so careful, like, to not bend the binds because I want to put them back on my shelf and make them all pretty. You know, they're like my trophies. Like, look what I accomplished. So I want them to look nice. But
yeah, I like the worn look. I'm like that. Oh, that like might be old. Like,
really, it's only a week.
Paper, you know, when it's like kind of yellow. Like that's some water stains. Like there's like the story beyond the story. Like who had this book before me?
I mean, that's cool, but like, I don't know. What I like to do is I'll read off my like Kindle and then I'll buy the physical copy just to put on my shelf and stare at. It's like my trophy.
You're gonna get the books I borrowed from you back, and they're gonna be well read.
I gotta get new copies.
Yeah, you're gonna end up.
Have you finished them?
No, because I got distracted with moving. I finished 1.5, so I have half and another left.
That's King of Flesh and Fury, right, or something like that. I'm trying to think what the second one was. Blood and Ash is the first one.
Yeah,
I don't know what this series is.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
There's vampires and werewolves
but it's like medieval time, and it's like Virgin Maiden, and like.
But then they do it like 2 weeks of knowing each other, so like she's obviously not a virgin because
she's supposed to sacrifice herself. It's a thing. It's called Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. It's pretty popular on TikTok.
I think I've seen like the covers.
Yeah, it's like
every
black,
cover,
red,
every cover looks the same. All the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed the trend.
At least in the fantasy, they're all similar. They're very similar.
I follow a lot of like horror book talk.
Horror,
yeah, horror book talk. Horror.
I love horrors.
The scary one.
It's scary. Not the scandalous one. Dahmer's all about the horror.
Serial killers are not real work. Like the other one is like that kind of horror. So like I've been that's kind of the side of book talk I'm on. So like a lot of these ones no idea.
No idea.
Oh, if you're into like suspense and all that kind of stuff, I suggest reading Baby Teeth. It is a psychological thriller, and it's about a child who gets jealous of its like new sibling, and it like attacks its mother. Like it goes psycho, and like, but he does it like in a how do I explain this? Like he does it where you wouldn't tell it's him. Like the mom thinks she's going crazy, and she even tells her husband, she's like, look, our child's like trying to kill me. And he's all like, no, it's in your head. Like, anyway.
That's like Family Guy. It was a whore.
I'm like, scary.
Like Lois being like, Stewie's trying to kill me. I promise. Like I've seen it. He had a gun in his sandwich. Like I'm not making that up. I saw like a natted room in his room that was full of like weapons. Like, and then, you know, what's his name? Pete or whatever.
Yeah.
PETA, like, it just being like, that's fine. Like, no, you're fine. You're
Yeah,
fine. He's a baby. Like, he's not gonna do that and just gaslighting her for the whole.
I think there's like 20 seasons. Yeah.
Take a big sip, Sonia.
I'm getting brain freeze. I think
I keep like not even understanding if I'm hearing if we're saying the word.
Oh, I don't think
we're
not. It's not a good word.
I'm missing it if we are. I feel like I'm purposely trying not to say it, but also like
it's thing. Like thing is not like
she did it twice, so
a word we can like say a lot.
I normally say it
unless we were talking about things.
Yeah. Like this thing I did the other day.
I'm a bitch.
What thing did you do the other day?
Well, I walked to the thing and I got.
Okay, there's going to be no rest of the episode because we're going to be sloshed in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm going to be hammered before all of you because I'm still drinking it. I'm drinking my thing right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drinking wine.
I'm halfway gone. That's sad.
I'm almost
Wait,
done.
you're halfway gone or your drink's halfway gone?
My drink. Two, both.
A little bit column A, a little bit column B.
Also, yeah. It's alright. It's so good. Like, this is the best strawberry daiquiri I've ever had in my entire life. It's just so good.
She can't even put it down. She's just like, I'm just gonna keep that on my face.
I'm not like participating in the conversation because like I'm slurping my slushy drink.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
We're talking about old fashions. What's like if you could go back to any decade, what decade would you go back to? And I'm not saying you're going back forever. I'm saying you're going back for a visit, maybe like for 1 year or something, just to hang out in that decade, and then you come back to the present.
Can I go as a white man? Like
no, you have to go as you are, unfortunately.
Yeah, so
I will go 10 years ago from now. Like there's
not... Oh my god. I might too. Like that's not
like I would be in my 20s, the same age I tell everybody I am. Yeah, I'm doing that.
I don't think I liked myself 10 years ago, so that would be a no for me. Because I did a lot of growing within these 10 years, right? So I'm like, probably not. I would go, if I had to, maybe the 50s.
Oh, like, yeah, there's cocaine in everything.
Yeah, cocaine's cheap.
I'm going back to the 50s, yeah. Doctors are like, yes.
Like, no, I would go to the 50s, like before the 60s. It'd definitely be the 50s.
Yeah.
That's the decade.
My doctor be like, you're an overworked mother. Here's some cocaine.
Like, honestly, it was after
you're fat. Here's some cocaine. Like, that was literally all you had to be.
Yeah.
Oh, you're slightly overweight?
Yeah.
Wow. Here's some drugs.
That's my favorite decade.
Oh, are you pregnant? Are you pregnant? Make sure to smoke. It'll keep the baby small.
Yeah. You're in the hospital, have a beer. Like, here you go. Like, that's the decade I would go to, is the 50s.
But then you don't have, like, a bank account, and you don't have, like,
It was after the war, but before the 60s. And, like, peace and shit, right? Which, I mean, that would be cool, too, to go to, but I still want the 50s.
I'm pretty sure there was still cocaine in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it got a little aggressive more in the 60s. I think they started like lacing it with all the good stuff. Experimenting.
I'm up here Colombian cocaine, okay?
I would probably go back to like I'm trying to think. I know. I'm trying to think, but there's like so many I'd want to go back to, but then also like I don't know if I want to go back like as me. I guess I would probably want to go back to like the 80s. Like I feel like I'm on the cusp. Like I'm a 91 baby. So I'm on the cusp of 80s and 90s. So like a lot of people won't consider me a 90s baby because I didn't fully grow up in the 90s because most of those I was an infant and obviously can't remember. But I also don't belong to the 80s generation. So it'd be cool to like live the 80s and be like, suck my dick. I'm a 90s kid.
The Ninja Turtles were in the 80s. You would love that. The Transformers, Biker Mice from Mars, the good shows, Thundercats, all the good ones.
Good movies happened in the 80s too. Like E.T. was 82. Dirty Dancing was 87.
Oh my gosh. You guys need to go to Universal. I'm sorry, Don. Did not mean to cut you off. You need to go to Universal and go on the really stupid, cheap E.T. ride because he
Oh my
says
God.
your name. He says your name at the end of it. You have to get like this little card to swipe, and you have to say your name and everything. I mean, if your name's too different, they might not have it, but because it's a database, it's pre-programmed that way.
Do I need to change
Then it says
the
your
spelling
name.
of my name?
I actually watched E.T. the other day, like with my kid. He was sick, so I was like, okay, let's pop it in. Like, let's watch it on Prime. Not pop it in. We don't have VHS.
Back in the
Anyway, I'm watching it, right?
Outdated.
And I'm watching
References. That's something we all do that is outdated.
Yes.
Is our references.
Yes.
You know, slam the phone or like whatever else.
Like,
yeah, we don't do that shit. We press a button.
No. Yeah, exactly.
You can drop your phone first.
So anyway, I was watching it, right? And you know when E.T.'s sick and whatever, and they have to like transport him out or whatever?
Yeah.
The people come and they're in their astronaut gear. Like, this is before they put their hazard gear on to like treat him. The astronauts first come, and I'm like, why? You're not in space. You're still on Earth. Like, why are you in your astronauts? Like, oxygen's still here. I don't understand.
Nope.
So I was like, what the fuck? And I used to thought this was great. And they're all like 14 smoking at their kitchen table. And I'm like, what? Drinking beer.
Yeah, no, that was the norm. Do you not remember? Do you not remember the McDonald's ashtrays?
Love those.
Like,
but like watching it now, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's not even possible now.
Well, they
like,
watched Gossip Girl. They're doing like heavy alcohol and drugs, and they're 15 in high school.
Like, that's prep.
That's high school, though. What did you not like? That is that not real? Like,
is that not real life?
Like, is that not real life? I mean, I was in a small town, but like that was all we had to do.
Yeah.
There's no other options.
I didn't do that at all.
We had our 1-floor mall. It was 1 floor, and the movie theater. But like buses stopped at 8, so if you went to a late movie, you had to make sure you had a ride. And we had like 5 taxis, so you'd be waiting like 40 minutes if you decided for a taxi. Like, so where do you go? You go into the woods and you drink. Small town syndrome. Yeah.
We drink at our absent parents' houses, you know, like living in the city ghetto. Often there wasn't parents' home ever.
That's true.
You could drink and become a teen mom pretty fucking easy. It's really easy to do.
Yeah. I feel like I had that mentality of like, it won't happen to me. I don't know why I had that mentality. Like, you know, like, I'm not going to get pregnant doing the thing that causes pregnancy. That's
the
not
old
going to happen.
way.
Yeah, the old-fashioned way. Doing birth control the old-fashioned way.
Pull out method? That doesn't work.
Yeah, that does not work.
So, you know, and then one day it was just like, you know, you see that you are, and then you still don't believe it. Somehow it's like, no, nothing's changed. What are you talking about?
Does it? Not until the thing is there, right?
Yeah, it's weird.
And even then, you're like, do I bring this thing home? Like, what do I do with it?
Is this mine? Like, you guys didn't make me write a test for
You're
this?
gonna allow me to leave the hospital with this? Like,
yeah.
I shouldn't even leave the hospital. You want me to take this thing? Like,
right.
why?
Right? Like, they make you, like, have a test before you can have your driver's license, but, like, you trust me to raise another person, like, right away?
And I'm terrified of trying to get my driver's license because I don't want to fail. Like, it's so scary.
It is.
Like, I'm gonna kill someone while the guy's there in the car with me, and then it's gonna be an automatic fail and jail time, and I'm gonna have to cry. Like, it's just...
And you're gonna be on the news? Don't forget, you're gonna be on the news.
Oh, like, that's a bonus. That's like a positive. Like, but it's not a net positive, is what I'm saying.
Be famous for killing grandma on the sidewalk.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll be honest. I probably wouldn't feel as bad than if I like killed a kid or something, you know,
Like,
weighing it out. That would you rather question.
The trolley question? Like,
yeah, the trolley question, you know. Is there morals in that if anyone dies anyway? And this is why I don't drive.
Because the trolley. That's right.
That's why we don't drive.
That's why I don't drive.
The trolley. Let the trolley dude decide, okay? Like,
oh my gosh. like is it, do you hit the dog or do you hit the old man? Like, which,
old man.
And that's why I don't drive.
If there's
the trolley question.
If there's any choices between a dog and whatever else, it's the whatever.
But you're supposed to hit it. Like, that's like when you go for the test and stuff. Like, if you can't see under its belly, you are supposed to hit it because it will cause less damage to anyone in your surroundings and yourself if you drive directly over it than if you try and swerve. But if you can see under its belly, like it's a deer, a moose, that kind of stuff, you're supposed to swerve because you'll cause more damage if you hit it, kind of thing.
Yeah, it'll kill you.
And that's why, like I studied, like theoretically, I know how to drive.
Yeah, I'm a really good passenger driver.
Yeah, fantastic passenger driver. Fantastic. Like, I can do the paper test, no problem.
Yeah.
Get me behind the wheel, and I'm having a fucking panic attack.
Always scared of the practical. Always scared of the practical.
It's like real life. You can give me the test, but you make me do something.
No.
It's not going very good.
I know. This is why I have a degree and not a job.
Exactly. I got 3 diplomas.
Yeah, I got a like certificate too, and I'm like doing online classes every once in a while, not for any particular like
career
certificate or whatever. I'm just like, Mohawk has this class open. I'm gonna take it for the next 3 months for some reason.
Yeah.
Just to say I did. Just to feel productive, because I have such internalized capitalism that when I'm not feeling productive, you know.
You're just failing at life. You're a failure.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, wow, get out of my brain. Get out of my brain. Why are you in my head?
Because I gotta do something while I'm drinking. Oh, you were talking about like Colombian cocaine. Have you guys watched the movie The Expendables with there's that guy. He was Rambo, the actor. He's in it.
I know what you're talking about. Claude Van Damme.
No, he's not in it.
When did it come out?
Sylvester Stallone.
Forever ago. Yeah, Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, it came out a while ago, right?
Forever.
Yeah, 2010. Yeah. I saw that in theaters. Yeah.
For the whole time I was watching it, they were like, they're talking about like coffee beans. I was like, they're going to war over like coffee and stuff. Like, I can get behind this. Like, coffee is really important. And then at the end, I was like, wait a second, that's not coffee. I'm sad.
Cocoa bean.
I know, that's what I thought they were talking about, the cocoa bean. I was like, man, they're like intense about their coffee. And I thought that was like a cultural thing, and I was like supporting it, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. But I was disappointed.
Coffee. I'll support it. Coffee.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just inhaled my drink.
I just remembered that movie this second. I was just really excited about.
I thought you were going to talk about blow.
How much of a stupid I am. Blow.
Old-fashioned thing I rather do today, and I prefer when it's done today than current things.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Well, when they do practical effects versus like CGI.
Yes. CGI sometimes is so like overdone, and
I mean, that's why Elf is such a big like movie, because he did it all. Like, if you like, they didn't like CGI like Will smaller. It's all just perspective shots. Mm-hmm. Like, that's insane to me. Like, that's so good. I love that.
Jurassic Park.
Oh my gosh, people almost died because of that shit, and they still did it. They're like, yeah, we're going. Like, real dinosaurs, man.
Yeah.
Real dinosaurs.
It was good.
Real dinosaurs.
Love that shit. Back in the day.
Well, I'm just saying, like, even when a movie comes out now, I find that I'm appreciating more, like, indie movies on random streaming platforms that, like, aren't, you know, AAA, Hollywood, whatever, because they have to use more, like, practical effects versus, like CGI.
Horror movies, they were actually more scarier than the shit that's out now.
Oh, yeah.
Like Psycho. Like, because that would happen. Like, being in a hotel with the psycho killer, like, who's, like, got their dead mom. That could actually possibly happen, rather than...
Could it happen? I've never been afraid of somebody and their mom coming in a hotel. That's never been an issue for me. You could happen. This guy can come and his mom will be right there cheering him on. Yeah. In the face.
Like, I don't know. I just preferred Psycho and stuff. Like, they were actually scary. Like, even Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
That shit was scary. I remember being at your house and I was like scared shitless.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure a lot of my mental instability is because I watched Freddy Krueger at 3.
So I did too, though. Like, horror movie, my dad just, like, would put them on. He just, like, and then I'd be, like, a toddler playing around, and then I was this 4-year-old that was like, yeah, Dad, I want to watch Evil Dead. Like, and then...
oh, my God, like, Bruce Campbell? Nom.
I have a story. Oh. So, my favorite movie, that's Sonia. It was Child's Play. Like, since I was 3. And how it all started was, sad backstory. My father passed away. And my brother was babysitting me. And he got me Honey, I Shrunk the Kids to watch. And so obviously I watched it and whatever. And I was laying on the couch and I was supposed to be sleeping. And my brother then put in Child's Play 1. And I'm sitting there like this, right? Like with my hands over my eyes. Mm-hmm. And so it's playing. And then I guess, like, I don't know, I kill someone or whatever. And I'm like this. And I'm like, it's not scary. Like, I uncover my eyes and I'm like, that's not that scary. And ever since then, I was obsessed with Chucky. Like, since I was 3 years old. And I, like, at 4, I'd be like, Mom, Child's Play's on. Like, I need to watch it.
my favorite show.
My son dressed up as Chucky when he was 3, but they actually have, like, a family-friendly clip that's, like, 10 minutes long on YouTube of Chucky just going, hey, you want to play? That's fun. Like... let's go. Like, and it's like no killing, nothing. And so my son just watched that. And so he's this little 3-year-old going, you want to play? But that was all.
Oh, I just kill up as Chucky for one Halloween. I think you always have to, especially when you have boys. Like, you just have to.
When Domri was my friend, when I had my first, right when she was born, Domri got her like this little Chucky doll that like she grew up with. And then when her dad came to the picture, my partner now, he's like, that's too creepy. And then so this little 3-year-old loves this little Chucky doll. He's like, no. He's like, I can't sleep with that in the house. You had to had to get rid of it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I'm blaming him for Kara's like depression and separation anxiety. 3.
He needs a new Chucky doll.
For Chucky. Okay? Yeah. Like, I was amazing. Got her Chucky, and then he takes it away. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, for 3 years, it was her favorite little toy. And then we moved in together, and he's like, I'm too scared because I'm a little bitch. And then so we had to get rid of it.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I was an amazing aunt, by the way. Yeah. I was,
I know. I feel like for our listeners out there, Dawn and Sonia have been friends a lot longer than I've known them. So I hear a lot of these stories, and I'm always like, damn, I wish I was there. It sounds like so much fun.
You were like a twinkle in your father's testicles when we were hanging out. You're like,
okay, dudes, it's not that much of an age difference.
You're like a baby.
Like 6 years. Like, it's 4 years between me and my husband. Like, you're making it sound weird.
It's a diddler. That's it.
Cradle robber.
Oh my God.
You're the little Twinkie wife. That's what happens, musicians, right? They end up with younger
women.
Yeah,
they always have to have a hot young wife.
That's right. Oh, you little trophy wife, you.
You could have said that to me pre-pandemic, but I've been drinking.
How we get through life now. We need a little alcohol, make us happier.
A little bit.
Hello.
We are not condoning drinking as a coping mechanism. If you need therapy, we highly suggest that. Check your local public services if you can't afford it. I don't know where you're all from. Cannot give you that helpful advice.
Ontario has free therapy if you Google it.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is free online therapies and stuff and like stuff that they offer.
If you Google it. Well, that is all the shit talking we have time for today.
Okay. So, okay. I want to ask one more question about outdated things.
The old-fashioned.
Yeah, old-fashioned things. Sorry, I got them mixed up
it's
somehow.
The same thing.
Old-fashioned. What is the most old-fashioned thing you own in your house right now?
This is my NES one.
My husband.
My Nintendo one.
This cup here, they haven't made this in for years. This is from forever ago. It's that thick plastic that like causes cancer. They stopped making it.
Like those old Disney cups you used to get, the plastic ones that now are linked to cancer. So don't drink out of them if you collect.
Out of them. Yeah. So like this is from, you fill it, a whole pot of coffee fits in. Oh, Furby!
It's like this Furby I've had since I was 7 years old. I'm scared to put batteries in him. I don't know what he's seen. So I'm scared to talk to him. So he's just permanently dead batteried right now.
He still looks creepy as fuck. Like, that's way creepier than the fucking Chucky doll. Like, my kids are getting that.
Yeah. This was like a 99. So
99. I was in high school.
I was 8.
Talking about age differences. Like, I could have babysat you.
That would have been fun.
we would have just had naps. Like made
naps and watching Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, thanks for listening. You can find us on all streaming platforms, and you can find unedited footage of this podcast available on YouTube.
Yes, where we see our awesome dorky faces.
Don't forget the Tylenol, and if you have to call off work tomorrow, do so.
Are already done. No working for me tomorrow. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.